But I'm wondering why there's no more planes coming. And it gave us a chance to get out just in time. And we went from Libya to Saudi Arabia. And while I am in Arabia, they have an English language newspaper called Arab News. We pick up the Arab News on the front page. It says a bright, shiny object was over the Mediterranean. See, the aircraft carrier Nimitz is so technologically profound, but the wheel messed up its stuff. And it had to come back to Florida to be fixed, and another plane, aircraft carrier like that had to take its place in the Gulf of Suez. Now I'm in Saudi Arabia, I pick up the paper. They bombed Benghazi. They bombed Tripoli. I told them that they were going to bomb his communication center, and that's where he was living. And he moved out of the room that he was in a fraction of a second before a guided missile blew up his house, killed his baby daughter, but he was spared. Now I'm in Saudi Arabia when this happened. I'm going on the world now. It's amazing. Now they got people posted at every point of entry looking for me. This is the truth. I saw a document from I think it's the State Department.
Yes, sir.
That showed that they were looking for me at every point of entry in the United States.
Right.
Now it's time, while I was in China, in Beijing, in the middle of the night, I tell them, pack it up.
Got to go.
We out of here. I had a big meeting the next day, but no big meeting. We're going. 5 a.m. in the airport. Airport closed. Little Chinese ladies cleaning. Salim said, stay here.
Yeah, that's right.
I got this, minister. That brother Salim, if he's not a magician. The next thing I knew, I was in the airport on a plane under an assumed name. I don't know how that happened. Am I lying, brother?
No, sir, not at all. Salim is the magician. That's right.
And guess what? They were looking for me, and I walked right past them.
Now, that's the truth.
Did I walk past them, brother?
Right now, I'm shaking, and he walked right by them, and they never saw him. I bear
Let me
witness
tell
to
you
that.
something. Boy, you don't know what it is to have a God that got power over everything. Why should you be afraid? The Lord is my light, and he is my salvation. Of whom then shall I be afraid? Now, listen, here it goes. Now I'm back. I sneak in. I come to my house in the back of a car, slip in. No, I come to the palace in the back of a car, but I knocked on the door at my house, and my family was thinking they're going to meet somebody, but they didn't think it was me. And I walked in. And I said, shh, don't tell nobody I'm back. And I hid myself in my house. They looking for me. And I showed up when I wanted to show up and spoke. Now, this is 1985, 86. Now it's 87. Now, I've listened to my teacher, Elijah Muhammad, for 20 years. I know his voice. I wasn't talking to myself. If Elijah Muhammad was dead, how could he tell me of the affairs of a living president less than 2 weeks after Reagan met with the Joint Chiefs of Staff? I know about his meeting. Now you tell me. I'm not in no circle where I can get up in their secret meetings, but you can't keep your secret meetings away from God. He listens, and he revealed what he revealed to me. Now I'm going to take you through it. I was on a plane. I picked up a New York Times magazine. I looked at it. It says, Reagan planned a war against Libya. Ooh, I opened the paper, and down in the writing, listen to the words, in early September 1985, President Ronald Reagan met with his Joint Chiefs of Staff to plan a war against Libya. The exact words that I heard, now it's in the New York Times, it's in the Washington Post, it's in the Atlanta Constitution. Now it's verified. But I didn't fully understand it deep enough. Now I gotta go and make the press conference, but now George Herbert Walker Bush is the president. Oh boy. And I snuck into Washington. I had a big meeting at the Armory as a cover. And the next day at the J.W. Marriott Hotel, I called a press conference. And I gave them my experience. Listen to what I told them. I now understood that they not just fighting a tiny Muslim nation in North Africa, but that plan had two sides to it, and it dealt with the tiny Muslim nation in America, the Nation of Islam. Yes, sir. Now you heard recently that the government has been spying on us, but they've been doing this for a long time. You know, we don't have anything to hide, so we don't care nothing about you spying. Come on in. What I'm going to say to you today, I'm saying it open. Now, after I leave you today, you can do what you want. But boy, when you try it, your end is in sight.